Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dimitar and you're watching RDR Photography. Now in today's video I want to talk to you about why sometimes the photos are blurry. You know, there could be lots of reasons why this could happen, and yeah, we're going to discuss some of them today. Now, on the very first point, I want to mention that this video is based, and everything that I'll share with you is based on my personal knowledge. I have been a portrait and wedding photographer for many years, and I've faced lots of different issues, problems, you know, things that I have to go through while shooting or during the wedding day or whatever happens. So this is all personal knowledge, and you're more than welcome to take whatever you need to, whatever you can to, and just share it with others or just keep it for yourself. So the first thing I want to talk to you is about the camera shake. It's not that. It's sometimes even slightly movement or touching the camera, the buttons and all that, adjusting your aperture or whatever, it could cause the focus of the camera. So what can you do? Let's say when we're talking about camera shake, right? Because it is a thing, and so basically what it is, so camera shake, movement of the camera while the photo is being taken. Let's say you're on a wedding or on a party, you want to take that picture of the groom and bride, and you place your camera, and let's say because the room is very dark, so you need to what you need to do is take your ISO very high up, which probably going to cause some grain on the image, but you can probably fix down the post, and so you ISO very high, and also the exposure up, so the shutter speed has to go down. So let's say you go 1/10 of a second maybe, and you want to take that shot. So ISO really high up and the shutter speed very low. But this means that every slight move you do with your camera could cause a blurry image. You know, that movement you've got while the camera has been taking the photo. So one thing you can do is place the camera on a tripod. If you can place the camera somewhere like safe and away from people, because some people are very crowded on the wedding day and all that, which is understandable, but sometimes they knock stuff down and you don't want that. So you can place your camera on a tripod. You can have one of those buttons that with the cable goes into, so you don't touch the camera, the trigger button, so you don't touch the camera, and as soon as you press that button, that sends the signal to the camera and then takes that picture. That's easy. The second thing is the subject movement, which the subject moving during the exposure. Now, as I said, if you want to take that photo of the groom and bride, you can get the shutter speed very low, and let's say 1/10 of the second or 1/20th of a second. You can boost your ISO very high. The F number has to go very low, 1.2, 1.5, 8, 2.8, whatever. And then you take that shot. But this most likely is going to take your photo out of focus, because everything's been high and low on your camera and there's not much balance into it. It's not about lighting at the moment, it's about capturing the moment, right? So if you do this, and if you're trying to get that shot and people are walking, running, you're definitely gonna have some misfocus on there as well, and picture is gonna be very blurry. Just keep that in mind. The next one is incorrect focus. You know, so sometimes you focus on the subject and you know, and you click, but then you look at the camera on the display and you're like, but I'm sure I had my focus point on the face. Why is it not sharp? Now that's because, again, sometimes because the shutter speed is low, whatever, it happens a lot. You miss focus. Let's say there is foreground and there is the background, people dancing, drinking and all that, and then you have the groom and bride in the middle on the dancing floor. Somehow you miss the focus, but that's not a massive problem, because some people like some sort of poses like this. Yes, you're gonna be surprised. Yes, people like this, and that could be a different reason. So make sure when you press the button, and make sure you just focus on the bride and groom, and you click that button at the right time. Make sure you're very calm, because when I've started doing photography, I was panicking a lot on the day. So I was planning a lot before that, months and weeks, and I was planning, and I'm like, okay, and when I go there, the first thing I would do is this and this and this. But as you know, we are not in control of timing and weather and all this, so it could affect your all that training you had, or practice you had before that. And the main thing is keep calm and just follow the instructions you had before that, and everything will be fine. Just make sure you keep calm, because if you're not calm enough, you might mess up the whole wedding photos, and you don't want that. Okay. Shallow depth of field. Yeah, using a wide aperture can result in a very shallow depth of field, leading to parts of the image being out of focus. So yes, shallow depth of field. Let's say your f number is 1.2, and you want to get that shot of the bride and groom, and you ask him to be on a line, on a horizontal line. You'll be like, okay, you stay there, you do this and all that. Give them the poses they need, and then you just about take that photo. Sometimes you might miss that they're not in a perfect line. Sometimes they go like this. Could be the faces, could be the bodies, right? Now, if you can keep them always, if you f number is very low, keep them always in a straight line, because then they can be in the focus, right? But if the groom is a bit like a step forward, or the bride, you're definitely gonna miss one person on the shot. So make sure you keep that in mind and do a proper. Sorry. You can't mess up with the wedding photos, that's the thing. So the next point is slow shutter speed. A slow shutter speed can cause motion blur as well. Now, if you do night photography, which I'm sure you've probably done some, the light trails and all that of the cars, and you're probably gonna go 1/10 of a second, and your eyes are gonna be, let's say, 800 or 2000, 3000, I don't know. But not quite sure, because everyone does it different. And then the f number is going to go probably f8, and between f8 and f22. And this is going to be a great shot for you, because you're going to see just the cars passing, but all the lights are staying on the road in your image. Now, this is a good thing, because this is going to be awesome. But slow shutter speed can cause a blur images as well, motion blur. You can have a look on some videos online, so you can, or if you want, we can make some more videos on like how to shoot and motion blur and all that. But this is going to be some other videos to look at. So the next one is high ISO. Also can add some noise or misfocus on your images. You might think it's a misfocus, but it could be the higher ISO that brings some gray into the images. And when you on the post-processing, when you put it into your Lightroom, then you're gonna be wondering, why is this like that? So this could be a reason. So high ISO can introduce noise or reducing sharpness of the image. Now the other thing is lens. Dirty lens, smudges or dirt on the lens can affect the image quality as well. You have to make sure you keep your lens clean, dry, and without any moisture on there, because it could affect the image. Definitely, it will affect the image. The other point is lens quality. Lower quality lenses might not produce sharp images. you know, you've been there, you know what it's like. You probably have some very cheap lenses with you anyways. I still have my cheap lenses with me, and they produce really good images. Actually, the quality are really good. But when it comes to professional work, you need to invest in you're gonna have to invest into something better and probably a bit expensive than, you know, the average price of the lenses. Right, next one is diffraction. Using very small aperture can cause diffraction, reducing sharpness. I don't have to explain what that is because you know it already. And lens aberrations, chromatic aberrations and other lens flows can affect sharpness as well. And the last point is improper use of image stabilization. Image stabilization can sometimes introduce blur if not used correctly, especially when the camera is on a tripod. So if you have your image stabilization on your camera, then you probably don't have to put that on the tripod, right? Don't combine image stabilization and tripod work together, because it's gonna cause definitely a blur image, because the image stabilization in the camera is trying to reduce all the movement and all that, but the tripod is saying, but no, you need to stay. And the camera is saying, well, I'm not quite sure because everything's moving and I need to stay stable. So it's always trying to adjust to keep stable the pictures and images you're taking. So yes, this is some of the experience I have. I've got a couple more to go through. JPEG compression, high level of JPEG compression can reduce images and the image sharpness. If it's too much compression on it, definitely it's gonna reduce the image quality, which could cause some blurriness into the image. Post-processing, overuse of sharpening tools in post-processing can result in an unnatural look and perceived lack of sharpness. So the main thing is, what you need to do is make sure you take your photos into Lightroom, adjust the sharpness, background, foreground, whatever you need to the focus to be on, and then the exposure. And if you need to do just a little adjustments, but don't overdo it. Don't overdo it because it's gonna look fake, unnatural, unpleasant picture. Just keep it for your likeness and make sure if you like it that way, do it that way. I don't mind, but the thing is, make sure you do it proper. Don't overdo it. So yeah, this is it, the end of this video. I hope you like it, and if you learn anything new from this video, it would be great. If not, we try another video with someone else, who knows. And hopefully you like the videos and subscribe on the channel, so that keeps me going on this channel. Thank you so much for your support. God bless. Take care.